that has kicked off Survivor Series more than any other superstar with 5 kickoffs. Mr. JBL, the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history.
And in 2005, I was part of Team SmackDown. They defeated Team Raw. Looking forward to our brand being the dominant brand again now.
That's exactly right. You're a good luck charm, JBL.
And his opponent, weighing in at 275 pounds, Luke Harper.
Member of the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, who said that the world had put him to sleep, but now he is wide awake and he has seen the light. The new Wyatt family looking to run roughshod over SmackDown Live, beginning with this man.
Yeah, Kane was the one that took part of the downfall because of Randy Orton, who decided to side with the Wyatt family. The one that got left out in the cold was obviously Kane. Kane has a little chance at retribution against Luke Harper tonight.
I'm sure Kane feels some kind of way about Randy Orton. Definitely has to feel used. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming from Randy Orton.
With this match here tonight at Survivor Series, Kane equals his brother of destruction, The Undertaker, with his 18th appearance. Luke Harper looking to spoil that stat as Harper and Kane renewing hostilities here tonight on Survivor Series kickoff.
Yeah, a lot of great histories here. I remember back in 2004, Booker T is here, who I defeated in 2004 in a title match. Just thought I'd bring that up because my friend, the Hall of Famer Booker T, is over there and he's listening to it and he can't respond right now.
I'm certain he's very excited that you just brought that up.
Kane also making history at Survivor Series in the lone ambulance match against Shane McMahon back in 2003, but now he has his hands full with Luke Harper, but there's a big shoulder tackle by the Big Red Machine.
You know, Kane has to feel almost like a little bit like he's looking in a mirror here at a younger version of himself. I think Luke Harper has often been said he could be the most dangerous member of the entire Wyatt family, and that is saying something very impressive about Luke Harper.
And has drawn favorable comparisons to legends like Bruiser Brody and others. Of course, speaking of big men, want to send out positive thoughts to Big Van Vader. Keep up the good fight, of course. So many legendary superstars at Survivor Series, and Kane and Luke Harper looking to make their mark.
Yeah, the big thing about Frank Brody was that great athleticism that Bruiser had, and that's what reminds so many people of Luke Harper, of the legend himself, Bruiser.
David,
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody who moves like Luke Harper does for that size. Sometimes I wonder if he realizes how big he is.
And I was going to say, Kane still has his strength, taking the big man down like that.
Yes, he does. Kane, one of the strongest superstars in WWE, and he moves pretty well himself.
Now look at the pure size of Kane. Luke Harper is a huge man, and he's dwarfed by Kane.
I've been in the ring with Kane many times, and I fancy myself to be pretty strong. But going up against him, I mean, it's like trying to move a mountain.
Hammerlock and driving that left shoulder into the corner as Kane on Luke Harper. Continues to work over the left arm. Kane saying that he should have never trusted Randy Orton because he's a snake. He's the Viper. But he's also said that he will not sleep peacefully until he eliminates the new Wyatt family.
When a snake bites you, whose fault is it? It's a snake. That's what they do. I think it's to be expected of Randy Orton. However, I've known Randy and his father since Randy was probably 10 or 12 years old, or known of Randy. I never dreamed he would do something like join the Wyatt family.
Oh, and here's a tope suicida by Luke Harper.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. A man his size jumping through the ropes like that.
Talk about a jumbo jet taking off in Toronto. Luke Harper throwing caution to the wind. Wow! Sent on a Damago by Harper, and it results in a 2 count. So
this Harper is just deceptively agile.
Oh, the right kick right to the face of Kane. Oh, Kane kicks out. Luke Harper controlling Kane here on Survivor Series kickoff.
Everyone has stories, but none quite like these. Introducing WWE Network's newest animated series, WWE Storytime, featuring the craziest,
Nate, will you take off your clothes and put on your robe? Are you kidding me? Who can say no to that?
craziest,
WWE Intercontinental Champion Luke Harper grounding Kane. And this is what transpired before the break.
Yeah, something you certainly don't expect out of someone the size of Luke Harper, but that's what exactly makes Luke Harper so dangerous.
And that's exactly what he needs to do with Kane here, because Kane clearly wasn't ready for that. And obviously Kane can match power with Harper, but he can't match that kind of agility.
Harper continuing to attack the area right between the shoulder blades with those clubbing forearms, now with that rear chin lock employed on Kane, looking to sap his strength.
And just riding Kane here. You got a big man down like this, whatever you do, don't let him up. And that's what Luke Harper is doing his best to do, is keep Kane under control.
That's easier said than done with this big red monster.
Yes, it is.
Series of knee drops by Luke Harper. Acquitting himself well here in singles competition. A member of the new Wyatt family.
And this.
And he is going all the way. Looked like he was going to go all the way to the top, but he just got rocked with that right uppercut by Kane.
And that's the thing. You got to stay on Kane because he just keeps getting up.
Man, this is like King Kong and Godzilla on the Empire State Building. What's going to happen here?
This doesn't end well.
Superplex by Kane on Luke Harper.
Clearly shook Harper up, but what kind of damage did it do to Kane?
And you see Luke Harper take the brunt of that on his upper shoulders and back of his neck.
Yet he's the first back up to his feet.
Oh!
But it's Kane that clutches his neck. Kane running over Luke Harper.
This is the fear that Luke Harper had to have the whole time, is you don't want to let this big red monster get rolling. And that is exactly what Kane is doing right now.
Series of body avalanches and a sidewalk slam. Cover, oh, and a near fall there for Kane on Luke Harper.
Kane playing the part of Rick Grimes, taking down the Walker.
Oh! And he just got taken down with that big back kick by Harper. And Kane escapes it too. Hard-hitting, highly competitive affair here between Kane and Luke Harper.
Kane coming off that rope trying to do something. Did not expect the athleticism of Luke Harper. Again, that is the shocking thing about this big man.
Sends Kane into the corner. Kane responds with a big boot to the face. Now a full head of steam.
Whoa, drop kick.
A drop kick by Harper. Side press, hooks a leg, and at the last second, Kane able to lift that left shoulder.
What can't Luke Harper do? Golly.
Well, right now he can't find a way to beat Kane, but he may find out pretty quick.
And look, Kane's coming right back up. This is that resiliency.
Yeah, and Harper proving to the cruiserweights that, he can fly too, as he's definitely taken to the airways. But now, a roll up here by Harper on Kane. Oh, but Harper walked right into the big boot of Kane. DDT by the big red machine. Could this be it? And Harper this time rolling that right shoulder. It's going to come down to who makes that critical mistake. Two veterans here in WWE looking to get the better of each other on Survivor Series kickoff. Sidewalk slap there, and Kane able to
How
escape
close was
again.
that?
The diabolical denizen of the swamp against the big red machine.
Look at those eyes.
Get ready for this discus clothesline.
Oh, instead it's a choke slam from Kane. Choke slam by Kane. And that's it for Luke Harper.
Here is your winner, Kane!
In his record-tying 18th appearance at Survivor Series, Kane emerges victorious.
Yeah, and I would say better than ever. I fought Kane all through the Attitude Era, all through the 2000s till I retired, and this big man keeps going and just keeps getting better and better and better. And a path of destruction keeps following Kane.
And the 30th annual Survivor Series promises to be en fuego, especially with action like this, David.
And this kick out of nowhere from Luke Harper. It's one of the things that makes him hard to match up against. And then using Kane's own momentum against him. Look how close this, just barely getting his shoulder up, was Kane. Ultimately, that chokeslam just proved to be too much for Luke Harper.
The big man keeps rolling.
Kane got to celebrate SmackDown Live 900 with his brother in destruction, The Undertaker, celebrating a big win here tonight on the Survivor Series kickoff.
Yeah, one man that knows a lot about Survivor Series. We've got Kane in the house showing Toronto what's got a ton in store here tonight.
I absolutely loved that match. I mean, because you know what happened right there? You saw, of course, when you put Kane and Luke Harper in the same ring, that's a freak show without a tip. But these guys knew that they were going out there and following that cruiserweight match.
You can tell, right?
You can tell.
What a way to get the night started.
See Luke Harper flying through the road and just suplex off the top. Yeah, they thought they were cruiserweights. It was great.
I didn't think my ex-husband was going to be able to pull that one off. Luke Harper coming off that injury from his knee.
Yeah.
Whenever a superstar comes back after that injury, they've got a little extra fire inside of them. And I saw Luke Harper; he was going for it. I thought Kane was in trouble.
What I liked about this match more than anything was it was 101, mano a mano, no outside interference, no Wyatt family, nobody on Kane's side. And I tell you, it was a
We don't
knockdown.
see that here that
Not
often.
too often. Like a contract. It's like a contract signing. Something's going to happen.
So that being said, how close do you think Luke Harper is going to be watching the Survivor Series match tonight with Bray Wyatt out there tonight with Randy Orton at,
That's another story. That's a total another story right there. Bray Wyatt, he is the gatekeeper.
Yep.
I mean, he's the guy, the man behind all the magic or the madness. But I tell you, look forward to something happening. But this is Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
Bray Wyatt, take nothing away from Bray Wyatt. Can he get it done on his own? Of course.
Booker, do you have some favorite Survivor Series?
Yeah, hit us with something. What's your number one?
It was a SmackDown War versus Raw back in the day with me on one side versus with Stone Cold Steve Austin team against The Rock, a guy who I'd never liked. You know what I mean? A guy that I had a whole lot of trouble with when I first got to WWE.
Yeah.
My arch rival, when I was in WCW, and he was on this side, so it was a lot of friction there, a lot of heat, if you know what I'm saying.
Lita, what does
I
it feel
know
like
what
for you
you're
to be
saying.
here at Survivor Series? I mean, it's a big staple for you, too, through your career.
For sure. I mean, so first of all, just in this building, I sometimes I try to block it out, but I do remember tapping out to that sharpshooter and Trish Stratus last match here. But then to specifically Survivor Series, my last match against Mickie James, who we saw just last night at TakeOver. So, I mean, it's a lot of full circle being here. I'm here sitting in this building, and to see Mickie last night in the ring, it's...
How was that for you to see Mickie James last night at NXT TakeOver Toronto?
That was amazing watching. I talked to Mickie backstage before. And you guys know this too. We share these moments with people in the business, and you might not see them for years, but as soon as you somebody's ready for that mega match.
They are ready.
Ready?
They pretty much took the mic out of your hand.
They're
They're like, oh no, we got it
anyways,
from
enough
here."
about that. There's a little thing called a mega match that we came here to see.
Kane, what's your favorite Survivor Series match? Or moment?
I had a couple. Of course, my match that I had the royal family. You know, my little guys going against Doink the Clown, and he had Dink and Wink and Stink or Pink or something. I don't know. That was one of my favorite matches. But I also had. I was in a Survivor Series match the first time The Rock debuted in the WWE. We're talking a lot about The Rock tonight. He was in a Survivor Series against me, and that was
Who won?
match.
I was going to say, how'd you fare?
Well, you know what? I think The Rock's team won. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Well, the cool thing about Survivor Series is that, yes, history can be made. Big moments will be had certainly tonight here in the Air Canada Centre. But the only place that you can get your eyes on Survivor Series is on the WWE Network. So what you got to do, head on over to WWENetwork.com. That's where you subscribe. Takes less than 2 minutes because it is a huge value for you tonight.
Subscribe now, guys, if you do want to see that mega match between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, guys. I'd say do it. Do it now. Hey, I do it for you.
You also get included in that free month the SmackDown brand exclusive pay-per-view TLC, where it's already been advertised that AJ Styles will defend his WWE World Championship against Dean Ambrose in a TLC match.
And that's 2 pay-per-views. How about we make it 3?
Thrice.
3. Let's talk about the Raw exclusive brand pay-per-view Roadblock Into the Line. That's going to be thrown in there with this deal absolutely free. How about that?
3 pay-per-view events for absolutely free for the brand new subscribers to the WWE Network for 1 month. Go to WWENetwork.com, subscribe, get it because it's all about to go down live on the WWE Network. The 30th annual Survivor Series here in Toronto. We've got a sold-out house. They are getting ready for some action here tonight. They're going to be loud and pretty ruckus. Let's talk about this mega match, though. This is, everyone here is getting set to watch the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar take on the iconic Goldberg. Goldberg has not been in full competition. We've seen him popping in and out of Raw here and there, but this is a full-blown one-on-one match. First time in 12 years. How's he going to do, Bud?
In any way you look at it, this is a mega match, And before we even get any further into this,
okay.
We're getting close to wrapping this thing up. This right here, this match is my, what I call a shucky ducky, quack quack moment
yes!
of tonight. You feel me?
Maybe of ever. This is a big one.
Yeah, it is. And the reason I say that is because, like you said, Bill Goldberg, 12 years removed from inside of a ring, a square circle, a WWE ring. That right there speaks volume. Trust me, because a great man, Ric Flair, he always said time off is a wrestler's worst enemy. And that's just, 3 to 6 months.
Sure.
You know what I mean? 12 years. That's kids, going to college. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, I had Bill Goldberg on my radio show, Heated Conversations, about 3 weeks ago. He was telling me about getting ready for this match. He said, I asked him, are you ready for this? He said, I really, honestly, truly don't know. That right there spoke volume to me. He said he didn't know. Normally, if you're ready for a situation, you say, hey, man, I'm ready. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've been preparing for this. Just mentally, physically, all around, I'm ready for this. On the other hand, Brock Lesnar, I tried to get him on my show. Nothing.
What happened? Nothing.
Nothing.
You didn't return your call.
No comment. That tells me Brock Lesnar is focused, almost like Mr. T when he beat Rocky in the third Rocky movie. You know what I mean? A lot of autographs getting signed on this side. This guy's over here. He's training. He's eating raw meat. He's ready.
Can anyone feasibly come out and say, I am ready to face Brock Lesnar 100%, this is my night?
Well, here's what I was going to say to that, Booker. Earlier we were talking about the Brian Kendrick, asking if he had a plan. And if he does have a plan, he is not going to divulge that information. So is Goldberg going to come on your show and go, yes, I'm ready, and here's what I'm going to do, and here's my plan? And, we've been able to see what Brock Lesnar is able to do. We have not been able to see what is going on behind the scenes with Bill Goldberg, and that is the thing here, is that plays to the advantage of Goldberg, because Brock is he doesn't have a lot to go on. What has Goldberg been doing to train, and how is he looking out there? All he has to watch are 12-year removed matches at this point.
And that's not going to help him. That's not going to help him.
Wait. We did see Goldberg the jackhammer on Rusev, and we saw him spear Paul Heyman. But that's two totally different things.
And those poor security guards last week.
Yeah, that's right. But that's totally different from when he's facing eye to eye.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's keep it real. This is real talk we're talking about here, right? You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm a good friend with Bill Goldberg. We go a long way back. When when Bill Goldberg first came.
Then why didn't you tell him not to do this?
Well, I tried. When Bill Goldberg first came to the WWE, I was his only friend. You feel me? None of the guys in the locker room really took to
How come?
You know, because Bill Goldberg was that enigma. He was that guy. He was a loner. He was a superstar. And when he came from WCW, he brought that with him. A lot of animosity came along with it also. Then going out there and getting the win over Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar was a young guy, an up-and-coming talent. Now, it's a totally different story. Brock Lesnar, like I say, a guy that's been eating raw meat. We talking about Suplex City. We talk. I'm serious here, man.
I know you're right, but here's an old saying: friends don't let friends fight Brock Lesnar. Why did you do it? Why didn't you talk him out? Because this is going to be an emotional night.
History.
You know, Brock Lesnar's going to be in that ring. He's going to be focused. He's going to be staring at Bill Goldberg. Goldberg is going to have his family at ringside. His family, his wife.
Is his family going to be here tonight? I mean, he's been advised not to have them here.
That nervous energy is going to, it can eat you up inside.
Brock Lesnar said for his family not to even watch tonight. But you know they're going to watch.
But Goldberg said that's the whole reason he's doing this, is to have this second chapter. He wants to have his son see him wrestle. His wife. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to take the advice of Brock, but his family's going to be here, and Goldberg, I feel like he's more ready than you may think he is.
All right, guys, I need some final predictions here. This is the mega match. Who's going to be able to walk out here tonight from the Toronto Air Canada Center?
Would you ask for predictions?
Predictions, final predictions.
I think that the entire Goldberg family will be, well, some of them will walk out of here with tears in their eyes, and one may be carried out of here. I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Lita?
Am I going with my heart, or am I going with my statistics book?
Go with your gut. Go with your
I'm
gut.
going to go Goldberg.
What?
Book?
Ask me, what is it?
Book, what's your prediction for tonight's mega match? Who's going to win?
Prediction?
I want your prediction.
Pain.
Okay. That is a very reasonable answer. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight here on the Survivor Series Kickoff panel. And the Survivor Series Kickoff panel has been presented by Kay Jewelers. Thank you for joining us. Here tonight we are getting set for the ultimate. We've got the mega match. Why everybody is here tonight. It is going down. The iconic Goldberg will step back into a WWE ring to face the Beast, Brock Lesnar. It is here. It's Fantasy Warfare. Just got real. This is Survivor Series. We are going live on the WWE Network. But first, let's see the iconic Goldberg, how he's going to face up against Brock Lesnar.
Fans all over the world buzzing about the video game and you being in it. Could there be an in-ring return for Goldberg as well?
You know, I've been preparing to answer for that question for 12 years. I would be remiss in saying that I don't owe Brock Lesnar a rematch. I was able to have my hand raised at the first meeting, and I think if I ever came back, I mean, that'd be the match.
So Bill Goldberg went on SportsCenter and said if he had one more match left in him, he would love to face Brock Lesnar. I've got a question for Bill Goldberg. Why target me?
The biggest thing that I miss is being a superhero for the kids all around the world. My wife and my son are here to see me live for the first time ever. Then Brock Lesnar challenged me to a fight.
Here's the one thing that unhinges my beast.
Goldberg is still 1 up on Brock Lesnar.
Hammer! And Goldberg beats Lesnar!
You, sir, are hereby challenged. So that got me thinking. Maybe I have one more ass-kicking left in me. 1-on-1. I have one badass spear left in me. Icon versus icon. I have one last jackhammer in me. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
We have never seen a man quite like this.
The first undefeated man to ever win the world championship.
Who can stop Goldberg?
Brock Lesnar. Not only does that mean that you're next, most importantly, you're last.
Bill Goldberg can be whatever he wants to be. Hell, he can play himself on the video game. But there's only one ass kicker, and you're looking at him.
The most decorated combat athlete of all time.
I'm not going to show any f***ing mercy on Bill Goldberg. My message to his son and his wife, don't watch. Please don't watch.
Security now in the ring as we prepare for the epic confrontation between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg 6 nights from their mega match at Survivor Series.
If you don't even want to show false respect for my client, Brock Lesnar, then maybe you want to have some false respect for your wife and your child. Watching you act like the worst you... I'm going to make it very simple for you, Heyman. The next time you mention my family, I'm going to rip off your damn head and I'm going to feed it to him. You shall be beaten, victimized, and conquered to such an extent that you, sir, shall be unrecognizable, that your son will call Brock Lesnar Daddy.
Goldberg warned Heyman, and Goldberg's lost it.
We're not going to have to wait till Sunday.
The Beast, the iconic Goldberg.
The ass kicking I was going to give him before.
It's going to the wire in Abu Dhabi, the final race of the season.
This is going to get really punchy between these two.
It's neck and neck with Mercedes. What a dramatic end this is.
What a season, what a world championship.
Will it be Rosberg, will it be Hamilton? It all comes down to the jewel in the desert.
The Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix starts Friday, live on Sky Sports.
Struggling, but the range is George Collins, timing perfect. Brought on the floor for only the second time.
The following program is a post-watershed production. It will contain scenes and storylines not suitable for children, and some of the content may